Failure, to me, is a state of mind. It's something quite relative, and what's important is our reaction to it. So for most people in the world, failure is the opposite of success. But then what is success? There might be millions of different definitions of success, like having an expensive house in front of the beach, or a sports car, or time to spend with our family and friends. And we don't always get what we want, and it's the opposite of that failure, not necessarily. So to me, it's something relative that we can change depending on the mindset we face, and we can change our reaction to it. And it's also an opportunity to learn from our own experiences. So you can learn from failures what didn't go right. And that's quite an easy thing to do if we try to compare it with success. Why is something successful? There are a billion variables that play into the equation that make a product or service or company be successful. And there's not such a thing of a business canvas you can follow and be successful. And it's quite hard to understand the reasons why something is actually being successful. Whereas when it comes to failure, it's quite easy to identify those variables that are not working, those variables that are not under our control, and see how we can gain access and how we can gain control on those variables. And that's how we systemize a process of learnings. And it's very important also to generate a culture in our working environments where we have space of psychological safety, where it's okay to leave your hand and say, I screwed up here, I did this wrong, and this is what I learned. I'm more of a fan of celebrating resiliency and embracing failure rather than just celebrating failure for the sake of failure. Failure shouldn't be always celebrated. Sometimes we fail because we have lack of due diligence, lack of professionalism, and laziness or selfishness. And I don't necessarily think we should celebrate this, but we should celebrate failure when it may lead to innovation, where we're trying to come up with something new from scratch. And we should embrace failure because we're human beings. And as human beings, we fail in what we do in certain situations. So it would be a little bit like lying to ourselves, pretending that we're not failing at all.